Hi everyone. I saved this column for Christmas Eve because that is what when it occurred back in December 1983. It's called Mary and Me. Rachel Jo was having a bad night. Rare for the toddler. It was time for pacing and rocking and comforting, which I, her mother, did into the wee hours of Christmas morning. Together, my crying baby and I greeted the day, marking the birth of another babe. As I crossed our carpeted living room floor for the 100th time, barefooted and a bit chilled, trying not to wake the rest of the family, I couldn't help wondering what kind of infant Jesus was. The human side of the Godchild had to be evident at an early stage, especially to his mother. Jesus naturally would have given Mary her share of sleepless nights. All babies do that, for their mother's benefit, of course. Crying fits on rare occasions help mother appreciate the nights of peaceful sleep. If a baby slumbered 10 to 12 hours a night, 365 days a year, its mother would be apt to forget to appreciate the good things, the good nights. Baby Jesus must have had something to cry about. He did cut teeth, didn't he? I've never come across any documentation that stated he came into the world with a mouthful of pearly whites, all straight and polished. When his teeth came, he must have communicated his discomfort to his mother. Mary would have known then it was time to take her son into her arms, stroke his back, and maybe rub her wine-coated finger on his gums to ease the pain. Did Jesus keep his good mother up, walking their hard-packed dirt floor all night? Did she sing to him? Did Mary feel frazzled the way I felt? Mary must have been exasperated once in a while. Didn't her bawling baby ever stop her washing or interrupt her as she was trying to prepare dinner for Joseph? And all those nights when there was nothing wrong, just a babe who needed his mother. What happened then? I can picture Mary sitting up blurry-eyed, humming a nonsense song to her child in a small circle of light near an oil lamp. Would Mary ever have worried that the baby's crying disturbed the neighbors or Joseph? Didn't her hard-working carpenter husband need his sleep? Or were there nights when Joseph sat up with his wife and took his turn holding Jesus, even though he had to rise early to finish a bench for the storekeeper down the street? How did mother and child survive way back then without the conveniences that I have available to me today? What was life like without pre-folded diapers or pins or plastic pamps or Pampers? Could I have done it? It's hard enough to cope in this age with all that I have. I shudder to think how things would have been for me then. I would guess that many a good mother was blessed with a wet robe now and then while showing off her infant to the neighbors. Come to think about it, maybe life hasn't changed as much as I thought. Many times I've been blessed with wet clothes, even with all the layers of modern protection used. Mary, the mother of Jesus, is far above me when it comes to holiness, but I believe we are kindred spirits when dealing with babies. Two women struggling to raise those little loved ones put into our care the best way we know how, with the talents and supplies that are available. It helps me through sleepless baby rocking nights knowing I'm not alone in my worried, hassle-filled life, that even Jesus started life as we all do, delighting and troubling his poor mother. Yes, I thought all that as I was walking Rachel around, up and down the floors that night when I think she was teething. Mary and me, mothers, grandmothers maybe. At least I am. I hope you have a great Christmas and come back again for another of my stories and maybe to see Kari wake up. Until then.